Hey, we're live in Righteous Rebel Land. And also, you may be catching us from YouTube or from LinkedIn. And if you're in those lands, welcome to you as well. Hey, you're with Jennifer Saunders and Leah Montani right here at the Righteous Rebels. And we're coming to you live today with a special edition of what we're doing. That didn't come out very well, but I don't care. We decided a couple days ago, well, I decided a couple days ago that we were going to do this crazy fun thing. And luckily Leah plays along and says, okay, let me hear what you have to say. And then she helps make it into like beautiful pictures and words. And so that you can understand what I'm saying as well. And so what's happening is we're now on day 2 of our Love Me challenge, which is a 7-day challenge created to just finish out the month of February and the month of like love and turning it on yourself and or back into yourself so that when you move into March, you feel higher vibe, you feel higher energy, you feel greater like happiness inside of your heart because you've turned that on you, which means if you've got it, then you've got it to give instead of trying to give from an empty bucket, which I think both you and I know feels pretty lousy. So we're on day 2. Day 1 was about adventure and stepping into the adventure of learning to love yourself on a greater level or in a different way. And each day we're going to present a one of our Righteous Rebel tenets along with a small baby step. We're not even asking you to do big things, just little baby steps to partake in this challenge. And all of the fun that comes with it. So yesterday was adventure, and the challenge was to take some time to date yourself, to actually create or carve out a space in your day. We asked that you do 30 minutes or more, but at least 30 minutes to just hang with you. And then to put it in the comments, we do have a, Leah, you made a.
Yes. So we have a landing page where if you want to catch the challenge from the beginning, it will start you once you register. It will start you from the beginning. You'll get the day 1, day 2 challenge, an invitation to participate in the group and share what you did. There's no timeline. We're just doing it live now, but you can pick up anywhere. If you start on day 7, that's totally fine. You'll get the replays straight to your inbox that way, and anything else that we're working on in the magic of the Rebel community. So
I love it.
We'll drop that in the comments.
Perfect. Thank you. So again, even if you're watching it live and you want to watch the replay, just go click that little link and you'll have them as well. But we are encouraging you and inviting you to put in the comments of each day's video, or I think Leah's making just a post where you can post and show the group what you've done to accomplish the task of that day. I don't love the word accomplish, to participate in the task of that day.
How you showed up for you that day.
Absolutely how you showed up for you. But here's the beautiful piece about sharing is that when you share, you never know what door you're going to open for someone else or lend a little bit of energy or courage to them to do the same. Because there might be someone out there who really wants to share and they're that space where you just feel the hesitancy of that. And you see someone else do it and it's like, okay, well, if they can do it, then I can do it. And so each day as we do these challenges and we present you the baby step to take, I'm just going to invite you to share it. Yes. One, because it's fun to see. And that way we can celebrate you because we're all about celebrating as well. It's one of the things we do, we caw, and which means we're going to celebrate all wins. I was really hoping Leah would come apart on that. We celebrate. So allow us to celebrate you. I also think we're not really accustomed to letting people celebrate us. So we're inviting you to toot your horn and celebrate and let us celebrate with you by way of putting
just sharing.
Sharing the baby step.
It's also like a great way to share examples of how you are showing up for yourself, things that you never thought, hey, I would like to try that, but maybe, this person's doing it. Maybe that's something I can try too. Or just knowing that you're not alone in feeling, I want to try that, but I'm not there yet, and there's a lot of people who feel like that, but it takes a big step to just share that piece. So,
you want to see what I appreciate you saying that. You want to see what I tried today. So this is something that's really vulnerable for me. It's like we did a 5-day watercolor course. You can check those out as well. Maybe Leah, we can put those somehow in a replay that's easy to find. But it really, oh man, it really punches the like pieces of perfectionism that still want to have a stronghold on me. And so I have committed to like playing on the inside in that way for me, just because it does cause some things to rumble and feel uncomfortable. And so our activity yesterday was adventure. I actually chose to date myself through watercolor, doing something that felt scary. Today, we're talking about confidence and courage. And I'm going to let Leah talk about that. But here's what I chose to do today, to stick with the theme of loving myself and committing to doing things that feel challenging and scary and then sharing them. So this is what I did this morning. Yay!
It makes you happy. Very fun.
So there you go. With that, Leah, I'm going to turn day 2 over to you. And but first, thank you to those of you who are watching us, because we know there's a lot of things and places you could be and do, and you're with us, and that means a lot. So we love you, Rebels. All right, Leah.
So we're jumping into courage and confidence, because as part of adventure is doing stuff that's uncomfortable. And I know for you, Jen, taking that step into watercolors takes some courage. But as I've seen you jump into that a little bit more, your confidence is growing and you're getting the courage to try again. And that's the whole dynamic, the confidence, courage dynamic. So as you start taking little baby steps, it creates a little bit of confidence, because you're showing up for yourself and you're teaching yourself that you can do uncomfortable things and you keep moving forward in that space. So take a baby step, see that you can do it. It creates some momentum, and then you kind of want to do it again. I know when we were up in Tobermory, there was a thing that I wanted to do that I was really scared to do, but in just taking the actions to do it, one, I realized it really wasn't that hard, and two, I could do it. And then I really wanted to do it again. So it's finding those little steps that you can take that build that momentum. So the challenge today is about taking a baby step. Is it a phone call that you've been wanting to make? Is it writing a page for a book that you're working on, just one page, and starting off with, I don't know what to write. So just saying, I don't know what to write. And as you start putting words down, it just starts to flow and you catch that flow. You're laughing, Jen. Tell me why.
I'm laughing because I'm currently writing a book, and often when I sit down, like I'll be in those waking moments, and ideas will be in my conscious or in my heart, and I sit down to write, and I can't even tell you how many times when I sit in the morning, that's how I start. I'm like, and so I'm here at my computer, tickling my keyboard keys, and I don't know what to say, but I committed to do this. And so, but as I do it, then, the mind settles. It stops trying to figure things out, and it allows the heart to come in and the story to start taking form and taking shape and being present, so that then what's happening between my keyboard and my fingers and my heart and my brain, like, is just as beautiful. That actually makes me emotional. It's synergistic beauty when you just take the action, even saying, I'm scared to take the action, and then just doing it anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. It's having
it's part of,
go ahead.
I say it's part of what I love about having this whole adventure and creativity piece. And what I love about adventuring is, it gets the physical body involved, which kind of takes the mind off guard. And you just learn so much about yourself, and this whole piece of confidence and courage and taking the baby steps and being like, oh my gosh, I can do this, and I'm so much stronger than I thought I was. And just that piece, that cycle is such an amazing and beautiful piece of what we're presenting to you and encouraging you to do.
Yeah. Well, we were talking this morning just before here about just before you start on something, it can feel really intimidating because you want to know all the steps. And it's just knowing that if you just start taking the smallest step, it will come. It's just knowing that it will come, and you'll figure out in the action of doing the thing. And but it's scary because as adults, we want to know what the outcome is going to be, and just to trust that process and have the confidence in yourself that you're going to figure it out along the way is the biggest piece. I think is you're going to be okay. If it's not perfect, it's going to be okay. You're going to learn something in that process, and you're going to be able to take that learning into the next attempt. And it's going to get easier as you take those baby steps.
I fully agree. As you're talking, I was thinking about, moments where I've wanted to do something, and I may have actually written some of this for the book. If not, we'll definitely tell the stories later, because I think there's enough power and they're worth telling that. But there's been moments of me wanting to be somewhere, like an actual physical place, and standing on a porch thinking, I want to be on that mountaintop, and having no idea how to get there. And how easy it is for my brain, and maybe yours too, to get caught on all of the hows. I don't know how. That used to be my biggest thing that stopped me, is I don't know how. And to be honest, sometimes it still is, because I'm human, I wear skin, and I just get to remind myself there's always a way. And I just have to have enough confidence and courage, even if that confidence is this small. If I can get a little bit extra courage to just take those first steps, what usually happens is I find myself on that exact peak or somewhere really close to it. And the journey along the way, it leaves room for more creativity and more inspired action, because you're more alert to, like, okay, what is that next step? I'm not sure, like, and listening to your heart along the way. So again, those inspired action steps. And oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful cycle. I appreciate you bringing that picture. I know you've also created something. You showed it to me this morning. I'm sure you'll post it.
It will post after this, this afternoon. But I just love that piece of it's like when my mind works in pictures, and there's moments where I get a vivid image of what I want to create on canvas or on watercolor paper, and sometimes it's not coming through me the way that I want to, because my hands haven't developed the skills that I need to express that. And it's really just about not getting frustrated and having that self-love that you're going to figure it out in time. And if you keep showing up, it will come together. So I just love this self-love. So that's what we're inviting you all to do, is to take a baby step today. What does that baby step look like in your world? Is it taking time to date yourself? Is it, maybe half an hour is too much right now. Maybe it's 5 minutes that you read a book that you've really liked to read, or maybe you doodle for 5 minutes just to relax your mind after a busy day at work. Maybe it's just sitting in your car for a few minutes and remembering to breathe and recenter yourself before you engage in the next activity that you're going to be in. And you know what? Maybe that half an hour doesn't have to be all in one piece, but throughout the day, you can take those little moments for yourself, and then it doesn't feel so intimidating, and it's doable.
I love that. As you're talking, like, things just come to my mind, and I was thinking about something that we read yesterday about opposing voices and wanting to know, how to do this, or all of the answers, or to see all of the steps. And yesterday we were reading out of Mark Nepal's book, The Book of Awakening. I would highly recommend this book to anyone who just wants to see things differently. It says, often confusion is the tension of trying to make sense of things too soon, before enough of the inner players have learned their parts. Often experience is the way that the heart and mind and spirit practice what they need to play. And so that's really what we're asking you to do today, is step into the adventure of gaining a little more confidence and having a little more courage and taking the steps and practicing building the muscles so that when it's time for you to know, you'll know, and you'll know that you know. And your heart muscle will be ready, and the physical muscles will be ready, and your spiritual and emotional, everything will just come into play. But you have to take the steps.
And every step counts. Everyone does.
Even the ones where you fall.
Yes.
Or you think you're making a mistake. Like, all of that matters. It all matters. And it's all just part of the journey. So, oh my gosh, today, what are they doing again today, Leah?
They're going to take one tiny baby step towards something that they've been wanting to do and practice their confidence or courage to build their confidence.
I love it. And I'm going
to
to add
it in
this.
the group. What's your baby step? Or what would you like your baby step to be? We'd love to see it.
I like that. What would you like it to be? And then take it.
Yes.
But I'm going to add this little extra challenge is, once you've taken it, take note of how it feels, and then ask yourself, can I take another one? Can I do it right now? And then take that next step. You're going to be amazed at how quickly like this snowball starts to like pick up and take form and roll faster. And before you know it, you're going to be on mountaintops too. And we'll be celebrating like crazy with you. So what group are we talking about? We're talking about the Righteous Rebels group on Facebook. You can go, and on your end, it's the click the join button. On our end, it's the we'll let you in because we want you to be part of the family. We got a lot of good stuff, and it's better with you here. I have no idea where Leah just went, but we're going to go with it. Enjoy day 2. Remember, if you want the replays, you again, you've got to come and join the group. That's where you'll find the link that you can click to have access to the emails. We will come live again tomorrow. There she is. We will come live again tomorrow. Probably 10
MST.
Yeah, 10. I'm trying to get all the times. 10 Mountain Standard Time for day 3. And until then, we're going to be really excited to see how you played and created with day 2. Anything else, Leah?
I know you mentioned the email part, so I think that's about it. So we'll take it out.
Awesome. Ready?
Yeah.
Remember, be bold,
be brave,
be a rebel.
We did it better today. Is it still?